What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard, and today let's check out two different RGB LED lights, the WS6 and the P200. In this video, I will check out two lights sold by DigitalFoto, the WS6, which is a type of small spotlight, and the P200, which is a tube light, a small tube light. Both of these lights were sent to me, but I'm not being paid or affected in any way, so this is my honest opinion about these products. Let's start with the WS6. So it's pretty simple, and what's inside the box? You'll get a simple manual, a USB-C charging cable from the bottom here, and then you'll get the light itself. At first glance, the light is very unique and interesting to look at, and I would say that it's appealing for its eyes because it has a small lens in front of the RGB tube, the RGB LED, and when looking inside, it really looks clean and futuristic, and I really think that is cool. I can't stop looking at it all the time. Around the lens there is a frosted plastic part. The light has a cold shoe mount on the bottom with a 1/4" thread, and on the three sides we have other additional female cold shoe mounts, and I believe that if you have multiple of these WS6s, you can put them together and make an even bigger light. On the back, we have a hue temperature scale. We have an input for the USB-C charging. We have the power button, a small LCD display, and also on the back we have magnets. So it's easy to mount this light onto a metallized surface. The light is a 6-watt light with a weight that is pretty low. I will put it on the screen here. It has a built-in battery, and in the center it has an RGB chip around the bicolor chip. Behind the frosted glass we have 24 white LEDs and 20 tungsten diodes. The color temperature goes from 2500 to 9000 Kelvin with a CRI of 95, and that's quite a big distance you'll be covering there. For its size, I believe that this light is quite bright. The special thing about this light is the RGB behind this lens. This lens enhances and it narrows the light into a spotlight beam of 60 degrees, which can make some really cool patterns on the background. And especially when you angle the light, then it looks pretty cool. Let me just show you here. So let's pick a color. And as you can see right here, it has a spotlight, and it's pretty sharp in the spotlights. And when angled, as you can see, it makes quite nice color scenes, and you can change the color temperature with a simple dial. I would say that this light is pretty unique because I haven't seen anything else that is this small and has a spotlight like this. I think this is very nice. As you can see, it's pretty simple to operate. We have a dimming dial up here and a color temperature dial, CT dial, up here. So by switching this to the right, you enhances the amount of light, and by switching it to the left, you lower the output. It takes one increments at the time, so that's really cool, but it takes a while to go down and all the way up. Over on the other side, you have the CT color temperature, and it's the same. It takes a while, and it takes these increments at the time. Then it's really easy to operate this and adjust it. You can follow the range down here if you like a specific color. So let's talk about cons about this light, and I only have a small one because it's small and it's cheap and it works pretty fine. But a small one is the CT dial that we have up here on the top. And I think it operates in the wrong direction, because when I want to increase the hue temperature, I would turn it to the right, just like I do with the dimmer button or dimmer dial, but that decreases the intensity or the amount of the color temperature. That's what I want to say. So I think it operates in the wrong direction, opposite. Next up is the P200, which is a 6 watt 20 centimeter tube light with a color temperature from 3000 Kelvin to 6000 Kelvin with a CRI value of 95, and it has a built-in battery. Inside the box, you'll get a simple manual, just like this. A pouch to carry everything. You'll get 2 straps, which you can attach to each end of the light. You'll get a remote control of the settings of the light. You'll get a USB-C charging cable and this small pouch, as I was mentioning. Then you'll also get a metal plate that can be attached to the magnetic back of the light. That could be used when you, for example, want to use it below cloth or some kind of fabric. It's pretty easy to hang it up everywhere. And also, as I was mentioning, you can hang it on metal surfaces. On the front, it has a frosted part to diffuse the light and also protect the LEDs in here. And in one end, you have a 1/4 inch thread, and in the other end, you have a rubber lid. With that, you can use as a power button, but also to protect the USB and USB-C inputs you have in here, and also the power button. Due to the build quality and the rubber lid, the light is IP67 rated, which means that this light is waterproof. I haven't tested it because I don't want to damage it if anything happens, but it can function underwater. It can be operated with the power button, but it's much easier to control this light with the application. So let me show you how to connect the P200 to the application, because I had a hard time doing it the first time, and this can really help you in the long run, I hope. So to begin with, open up the Tuya Smart application that you have downloaded, then turn on the light and hold the button down for 3 seconds, and it will turn on the light and it will start pulsing. Then it should start the connection, and it's searching, and it found the light. Then you can add it, and you can also, then it's being added by hitting the plus sign out here in the right side. And now it's trying to connect to the light. So it just flashed it. It said, okay, we are ready to go. I already added this one before, and I called it a DF P200 because it's from DigitalFoto. So hit done, and now you're ready to use the light. You are inside the application now. I hope you can see it on the screen. And in here you can control different things. We have the color temperature, but again, you cannot see the specific value, so you just have to guess. You have the intensity down here. You can also just switch off the light. Oh, that's here. Then you can go into the color tab here, and you can choose whatever hue, color, temperature you'd like to use. Also, you have the intensity up here, and you also have the saturation down here. But as you can see, the light is not completely white, so don't saturate it all the way down. Go into the white mode instead. You also have a scene, different scene, a colorful scene. I think it will switch up. Yeah, there's something there. And then you have the music. So whenever speaking or talking, it will go with the flow. Saying there, we can also schedule the light and time left before it turns off and so on. I don't think that's necessary in a light like this. I think it's because it's from a smart home application. So that was how to connect the light. Let's talk about the cons about this light. And one is that you only have one button to control the light besides the remote and the application, and it's really hard to use it only with this button. We don't have a screen, so we don't have any battery level indication, so you don't know how much juice you have left, which is a really bummer. The application is based on a smartphone or a smart home application, and that doesn't tell you the specific color temperature on the hue and also on the bicolored. So I think that's really not so good when we are living in a filmmaking world, and this is the light used for that. Sometimes I lose the connection to the light, but I simply have to pair it again, and then it's working again. Sometimes the pairing can be a little hard, and I've walked you through that, so hopefully it's much easier when you are starting to using it. But thank you for watching this video about the WS6 and this P200 light. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I will see you in the future.